In this video, we're taking you on an unforgettable journey through the top 17 things you absolutely must do in Ohrid. Plus, we're sharing exclusive tips on how to experience Ohrid like a local, and a special bonus just for our viewers that you won't want to miss. From ancient wonders and thrilling adventures to secret spots that only locals know about, you'll want to stay till the end because we're saving the best for last. A hidden paradise that will make you want to book your trip immediately. Relax and enjoy this journey with us. First up, we're hitting up the Church of St. John at Kenio. Imagine this. You're walking along this cliffside path. The sun's beating down. You catch a whiff of pine needles in the air, and bam! This stunning church just appears out of nowhere. The architecture is unreal. Byzantine style, dating back to the 13th century. But honestly, it's the view that steals the show. Lake Ohrid stretches out like a giant turquoise mirror. You can't help but feel this sense of peace and awe standing there. Definitely a must-see in Lake Ohrid. All right, next up, we're diving into the heart of Ohrid, the Old Town. This one's special. Imagine narrow cobblestone streets winding through ancient houses. You can hear the echoes of centuries past. Every corner reveals something new, a hidden courtyard, a charming cafe. The whole place oozes with timeless beauty. The best way to experience it? Get lost. Ditch the map, let your feet lead you, stumble upon hidden gems, tiny bakeries, local artisans. It's an experience that will transport you back in time. All right, guys, listen up. If there's one thing you have to do in Ohrid, it's taking a boat trip around the lake. Imagine this, you, cruising on crystal clear water, surrounded by breathtaking views. It's like stepping into a postcard. The peace and quiet were unreal. The gentle rocking of the boat, pure bliss. We spent hours just soaking it all in. And the views? Don't even get me started. It's like traveling back in time. The air was so fresh, and the sun felt amazing. The perfect escape from everyday life. Picture this. You're walking through an ancient city, cobblestone streets, centuries-old buildings. Then, bam, you stumble upon a massive, open-air theater carved into the hillside. That's the ancient theater of Ohrid, and it's something else, steeped in history, dating back to the Hellenistic period. Imagine the plays, the performances, the crowds that filled these stone seats. It's mind-blowing. This theater has stood the test of time, a testament to the enduring power of art and culture. Add the ancient theater of Ohrid to your list. All right, let's talk food, people. Because no trip to a new place is complete without diving headfirst into the local cuisine. Am I right? And let me tell you, Ohrid does not disappoint. We're talking fresh, flavorful dishes that will tantalize your taste buds. One of my absolute favorite things I tried was the Ohrid trout. It's a local specialty, caught fresh from the lake and grilled to perfection. Seriously, the fish is so tender, it melts in your mouth. And the flavor? Don't even get me started. And then there's the tavche gravche, a baked bean stew that's slow-cooked to perfection. It's hearty, it's flavorful, and it's the perfect comfort food after a long day of exploring. I could eat this stuff every day, no joke. And for all you sweet tooths out there, you have to try the skanderbeg cake. It's a traditional Albanian dessert made with layers of phyllo dough, walnuts, and honey. It's rich, it's decadent, and it's the perfect way to end a meal. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you. All right, guys, forget taxis, forget buses. This one's on foot. We're talking about a hike, a legit uphill climb to the Church of St. Panteleimon. Trust me, your calves will be screaming, but the view, worth every bead of sweat. The trail's not paved, it's real, authentic, like stepping back in time. You're walking through trees, feeling the breeze, and slowly but surely, Lake Ohrid starts peeking through the leaves. It's like nature's giving you a sneak preview. And let me tell you, it's a killer teaser. And then, you reach the top. Boom. Panoramic views of Lake Ohrid that will blow your mind. This ancient church, St. Panteleimon, it's not just a building, it's like a beacon on a hill. You feel this energy, this peace. It's powerful. Take a moment, soak it in. It's what this whole journey is about. You'll want to capture this, trust me. Drone shot, time lapse, whatever your style, this is Insta Gold. Ever wonder how they made paper back in the day, before Amazon, before printers, before everything went digital? Yeah, me too. This isn't some museum display, this is the real deal. We're talking about the National Workshop for Handmade Paper. Walking in, it's like stepping back in time. The smell of pulp, the rhythmic sounds of the process, it's mesmerizing. You're watching artisans, masters of their craft, turning simple materials into something tangible, beautiful. Each sheet of paper, unique, with its own story. They let you try it too. Don't worry, I totally butchered it, but hey, at least I can say I tried. Seriously though, the skill involved is incredible. It makes you appreciate the art, the history, and yeah, even that notebook you scribble in. You can buy some of the handmade paper here, and it's not your typical souvenir. It's a piece of history, a reminder of tradition, and way cooler than a keychain, right? History buffs, architecture nerds, this one's for you. We're going deep into the heart of Ohrid, checking out the Robev family house. This place is like a time capsule, a glimpse into the past, and trust me, it's way more interesting than your history textbook. Built back in the 19th century, this place is grand. We're talking intricate carvings, ornate balconies, and courtyards that transport you back in time. You can practically hear the echoes of life from another era. Imagine the families that lived here, the stories these walls could tell. It's now a museum, showcasing what life was like back then. Furniture, clothing, even everyday objects, it paints a picture of a different time. And the best part, you can walk through it, explore the rooms, soak in the atmosphere. Seriously, this place is a must-see. It's not just a house, it's a living, breathing piece of history. You walk out of here with a new appreciation for the past, and maybe a couple of epic photos for the gram. Yet another adventure. This time, we're diving deep into the heart of Ohrid's spiritual side, the Icon Gallery. This place, man, it's not just a museum. It's like stepping back in time, you know? You're surrounded by these incredible, centuries-old icons, each one telling a story. The detail, the colors, the craftsmanship, it's mind-blowing. I mean, you can practically feel the history radiating off these works of art. Some of these icons date back to the 11th century. Can you believe that? Talk about ancient history. Looking at these icons, you really get a sense of the power of faith, how it's endured for centuries. It's humbling, you know? It makes you think about the bigger picture, the things that really matter in life. This place is a must-see for anyone visiting Ohrid, even if you're not particularly religious. It's a powerful reminder of the history and culture that make this place so special. All right, guys, the sun's gone down, but the energy in Ohrid is still buzzing. We're about to dive into the city's nightlife. And let me tell you, this place comes alive after dark. I'm talking about a vibrant scene with something for everyone, whether you're into chill lakeside bars, live music venues, or just want to soak up the atmosphere. One thing I love about Ohrid's nightlife is that it's right on the water. There's nothing like grabbing a drink and finding a spot with a view of the lake shimmering under the moonlight. It's the perfect setting to unwind after a day of exploring. And the music scene here is pretty diverse too. You've got everything from traditional Macedonian music to modern DJs, spinning the latest beats. It's all about finding your vibe and going with the flow. So, if you're heading to Ohrid, don't even think about skipping the nightlife. Trust me, it's an experience you won't forget. All right, guys, we're switching gears a bit today and diving into the world of pearls. Yeah, you heard that right. Ohrid is actually famous for its unique pearl jewelry, and no trip here is complete without a visit to the Ohrid Pearl Shop. Now, these aren't your average pearls. We're talking about a centuries-old tradition, a secret formula passed down through generations of families here in Ohrid. They use the scales of a fish found only in Lake Ohrid to create this iridescent, almost magical sheen. It's crazy. Walking into the shop is an experience in itself. You're surrounded by these shimmering jewels, each one handcrafted and unique. It's like stepping into a treasure chest, and you can feel the history and tradition woven into every piece. I ended up picking up a small pair of earrings for my sister. She's gonna freak out when she sees them. If you're looking for a truly special souvenir from Ohrid, look no further than the Ohrid Pearl Shop. All right, guys, picture this. You're standing on a wooden platform, the sun's beating down, and all around you is this prehistoric village built right on the water. That's the Bay of Bones. This isn't your typical tourist trap. It's a reconstruction of pile dwellings from, get this, the Bronze and Iron Ages. We're talking thousands of years ago. People lived right here. You can walk through these recreated homes, see the tools they used, and imagine what life was like back then. It's crazy. You can practically feel the history in the air. It's not every day you get to step back in time like this. The craziest part? They actually found tons of artifacts here, like pottery and weapons, that date back to those times. They even found human skeletons, hence the name Bay of Bones. Kinda creepy, kinda cool, right? Honestly, this place really makes you think. Like, imagine trying to survive back then with their technology. It definitely gives you a new appreciation for modern life, that's for sure. Okay, if you need a break from the historical vibes, Galicica National Park is calling your name. Imagine breathtaking mountains, crystal clear lakes, and these lush forests, all just begging to be explored. This place is basically an Instagram dream come true. We're talking miles and miles of hiking trails with views that will blow your mind. You can hike to the top of Magaro Peak, the highest point in the park, and see both Lake Ohrid and Lake Prespa. Trust me, the pictures don't even do it justice. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can rent a mountain bike and hit the trails. There are paths for everyone, from beginners to hardcore adrenaline junkies. Just watch out for those switchbacks. Galicica National Park is one of those places that just makes you feel alive, you know? It's a good reminder that sometimes the best things in life are the simplest ones. Fresh air, sunshine, and some good old-fashioned adventure. All right, guys, get ready to be transported to another world because the Monastery of St. Naoum is like stepping into a postcard. We're talking about this beautiful monastery perched on a cliff overlooking Lake Ohrid. It's seriously straight out of a fairy tale. The monastery itself dates back to the 10th century, and it's filled with these incredible frescoes and icons. But even if you're not super into religious history, the peaceful atmosphere here is something else. You can just feel the centuries of history and spirituality. And just when you think it can't get any more serene, you see them. Peacocks. They roam the grounds freely, adding to the whole magical vibe. Make sure you get some footage of these majestic creatures. They're seriously photogenic. Look, I'm not gonna lie. The drive out to the monastery is a bit of a trek, but trust me, it is 100% worth it. This place is pure magic. It's the perfect spot to just chill, reflect, and take in the beauty of Lake Ohrid. Picture this. Cobblestone streets strung with lights, music drifting through the air, the smell of delicious food wafting from every corner. This is Lake Ohrid during a cultural festival. Timing your visit with one of these festivals is a must. I caught the Ohrid Summer Festival, and it was electric. Open-air concerts, traditional dancers, and artisan markets. The energy was infectious, locals and tourists sharing smiles and stories. These festivals preserve traditions and showcase local talent. Add a cultural festival to your Lake Ohrid to-do list. It's a side of Ohrid you won't find in any guidebook. All right, so you're stoked about Lake Ohrid, right? Can't blame you. But how do you actually get to this hidden gem? Flying is probably the easiest. Skopje in North Macedonia is a good option, and it's just a road trip away. Renting a car and driving is an adventure in itself. Now, I know what you're thinking. Trains. Well, not so much in this part of the world. Trust me, I checked. If you're on a tight schedule, flying or driving is the way to go. Just imagine those mountain views and charming villages. So, there you have it. Getting to Lake Ohrid is part of the adventure. Let's talk about where to rest your head after a long day at Lake Ohrid. There's something for everyone and every budget. Hostels are not my go-to, but Ohrid has some awesome ones. You can meet some fellow travelers there, swap stories, and save cash. Feeling fancy? Ohrid's got you covered. Wake up to the sun rising over the lake in a stunning villa, and you don't have to break the bank. Check out luxury hotels and resorts along the lake shore. Infinity pools, private balconies, and spa treatments. No matter where you stay, you're guaranteed an amazing experience. The hospitality here is off the charts. Locals are incredibly welcoming and happy to help. Book that dream, stay and fall in love with Lake Ohrid. Use the link in the description to find the best deal.